Let's start with your reading, Taurus. Today, we are going to look into your recent past, current energies, and near future, and then we will immediately clarify in order to find out more details about your messages. Now, let's begin right away with your reading. Okay. Wow. All right. I was not expecting this given the current cards, but we'll see. We'll see what this is about. Your main energy today is the Three of Swords reversed. There is something here that left you very, very disappointed. Potentially a separation or a rejection of some sort that ended up putting you in a very uncomfortable position. The good news though is that I quickly see you recovering from this, Taurus, reacting to it and honestly deciding that it's best to move on from it in order to not let it impact you more than it already has. I love to see this card in reverse because it really means that you got this, Taurus. Now, by looking at the other cards, I think that you have something coming up from this very situation. Not sure yet if it's good news or bad news, but we'll find out, obviously. So in the recent past, we have the Knight of Cups and the Six of Swords. You know, given the main energy for the reading, I'm actually really happy to see the Six of Swords over here. A card that talks about moving on, despite of the sadness that you might have experienced at that time. You know, Taurus people are some of the strongest people in the Zodiac. You can really get yourself out of major setbacks. You really have it. You have it in you. You just need to know how to tap into that potential. You were definitely clear on your intentions here. And it wasn't easy because this is a hard energy to resist. I mean, the Knight of Cups is someone charming. It's something that you really want, but you knew here that the best thing to do was to walk away from it, even if your heart didn't want you to. You knew that you were not going to chase, not going to beg this person, which is always the best decision to make. We'll come back to this message to see what else was going on back then that you might not know about right now. In the current energies, the Fool, new beginning, and Seven of Cups. You know, you currently seem to be surrounded by options, yes. Or at least you're going to be very soon. Things are really starting to change around you. And mostly because of these new options that are coming towards you. It feels like people are really starting to show up here. There is some sort of unspoken competition, and it's like someone really wants to appear stable, reliable, even if maybe in the past they might have not seemed interested in making this work. We'll see what's going on with this energy as soon as we clarify, but with the Fool, it does look pretty exciting. Now, that Seven of Cups, which brings a lot of indecision, is going to transform into the Seven of Pentacles again, and we see the Star as well in the near future. It looks like after a time in which you had to be very logical about things, right? Very strong-minded over here, you're finally going to re-enter a state of emotional satisfaction with the Star card. Here, we're seeing something that becomes possible again. Something that shows potential and that might surprise you in the long term. Expectations are going to be fulfilled, but we'll have to see as soon as we clarify if there is anything else that you should know about this before it's too late, before you get too deep into it, okay? So we got a whole bunch of stuff to look into. Let's start from the recent past. Two of Wands, Justice, I like that, and the Ace of Cups with the Hangman. That actually makes a lot of sense. You know, I definitely see you determined to do the right thing, determined to not let your mind wander into the memories, and clear on the fact that there are certain things that you just cannot control, and wasting your time trying to control them, it's just not your style. Now, regardless of all this mental clarity and strength, I do see you still disappointed here. With the Two of Wands, you were still waiting for something or hoping for this person to maybe say something, say anything that would have helped you understand better their point of view, their feelings, and what was going on with them. And it's normal to feel disappointed even though you are moving on, because the mind can be strong, but your heart doesn't always catch up with it. And after this happened, you were still wishing that things just played out differently. I still see you thinking about that beginning and just wishing for things to have worked out, because it did mean a lot to you, and there is nothing wrong in admitting that overall. I see you here often feeling lonely, but what you should know about that Six of Swords is that when this card comes around, it's reminding you that the pain will not last forever, and that happiness is really just around the corner for you. It's on the other side of all of this. So let's see if it's going to be the case for you, and let's start clarifying the present position. I don't see you in this hang position anymore, waiting and hoping for something to come back. Not at all. So let's clarify the present. Eight of Swords, Judgment, what? And Strength. Oh my God, with the Page of Cups, there is a message coming towards you, and it's a very emotional one. You know, right here, I see you saying, now you sent this message? Now you decide to show up like this? Is it because I have other options? This is so typical. I see it so often. This is definitely something that you were not expecting. But I have to say, something that at least at some point in the past, you did wish for. And we were talking about it at first. This is going to be a little overwhelming, given the speed at which it comes in. Things are really happening pretty fast over here. Expect someone to resurface with strength, coming in strong, coming in with confidence as well, at least on the surface. And this person will resurface in a moment where you're considering other options, and after completely giving up on them. You know, timing is really, really important. And sometimes we think that something is not meant to be, or something will never happen just because it didn't happen the first time around. It looks like there were things to learn before this could have actually been long-term potentially. But we'll see, obviously, if this has long-term potential, or if this is just someone who likes to chase, Taurus, and wants to have what they can't have. Because I know you, Taurus, if that's the case, you will want to stay away from this person as much as possible. No way that you're going to make them waste even more of your time, even more than they already have. But we definitely see wish fulfillment in the future with the Star and results with the Seven of Pentacles. What is that about? Let's clarify the near future. Oh, Knight of Swords. I'm telling you, this is coming in fast. The World, the Empress, and the Eight of Pentacles with the Sun. The Sun is a star. So we see that right here, you're getting close to something really beautiful. And I mean, look at that huge smile on your face. I can definitely see it over here. There is some sort of satisfaction, redemption. I love this energy for you. You're starting to feel that something that you wanted to happen, but it wasn't happen, can actually happen after all. Pleased with how things are evolving. Pleased to see how this person is really going the distance to make this happen. They're coming to you with the World and treating you like this Empress, putting you first. There is a lot of work that they're doing, obviously, with the Eight of Pentacles as well. Someone is telling you that you are their happiness. Directly or indirectly, you'll find out. But all of a sudden now this person is putting you first. Why now? This person seems to have experienced a very important wake-up call with the sword energy. There is a lot of clarity. And later we will dive deeper into that energy to see exactly what that is, what it is that now it's making them putting you first. Something is fundamentally different now, and it's not just about passion. This person seems to be very serious. The whole situation seems now to have really the potential to grow and become maybe what you wanted it to be initially, which is very, very important. One thing that you should know right away, though, this is not going to happen overnight. You need to really know that although it's coming in fast, it will actually grow slow. I say this because I see someone starting to get anxious about the situation. Things look promising, but they're not moving as fast as they did in the past, perhaps. And maybe they shouldn't, you know? You both will need to be patient here, trying to make time your friend. And it's going to be very different from what it was at the beginning, but the connection still seems to be very strong. So Taurus, so far we've seen that a situation you thought was completely over is really not. And if you want, you'll have the option to revisit it one more time. Now, let's flip the reading and let's look into the other person's energy to understand why now. Let's clarify that Knight of Swords and find that out. And also, let's see what their current intentions might be. What was that wake-up call about, and how is this connection bound to evolve in the future, given this inner awakening? Also, let's see what else you should expect in the next few months, Taurus. If you want to dive deeper into the messages with me, just follow me in the extended reading link below in the description box. Also, Taurus, don't forget that every week I randomly select viewers who have watched the extended video to offer them a 100% free personal live 45-minute reading. I send out emails to confirm every Monday morning. Please make sure to check out your spam folder as well. Now, stay tuned for the extended preview coming right up after this. Welcome back to your extended reading, Taurus. The bridging energy taking us from this current situation to the incoming events is the Sun once again. And the Ten of Wands also wanted to come down on the table. This card talks about achieving what you wanted to achieve. Very similar to the Star. It was exhausting. Let's not forget about that. The Ten of Wands is a very exhausting energy. But regardless, it doesn't matter because you're getting exactly where you want it to be. You're hearing the words that you wanted to hear. And now, finally, you can decide what to do next with clarity and with confidence as well. I love to see the Sun coming up. Ooh, the Magician, the Wheel of Fortune. Listen, things are definitely changing for you here. And it looks pretty amazing, to be honest with you. You really have the opportunity here to manifest a major moment of happiness. Something is going to make you feel very confident. And it's going to draw people to you, feeling like life is good, not having to focus on the disappointments anymore. Just so you know, you are manifesting this. And you have manifested in the moment that you decided for that Three of Swords to not drag you down and keep you stuck. That's very important. Right now, you're just seeing the concrete results of something that started from you. And as I usually say, we're not given happiness. We choose happiness through our actions, our thoughts. And with this turn of events, you're seeing the concrete proof of that. So let's see what's going on here and what you should expect in the near future. There's a lot, definitely a lot. By the way, the Star coming up once again. What is this about? Let's start by clarifying the Sun and let's see what's bringing to you in the near future. Four of Wands, Four of Cups, and the King of Pentacles with the Ten of Swords. Oh my God, this person is really going to be transparent right now in a way that they have never been before. And you know what? Right here, we are starting to see the wake-up call as well. The wake-up call that we were wondering about with that Knight of Swords. So let's get into it right away. What we see right here is definitely someone who is